Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and as well Pisces Rising. Weekly general tarot reading May 10th up until May 16th, 2021. And should you be interested, guys, with a personal reading with me, or you want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to see a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving to the general Pisces reading of the week, and the first card we do have for you, that is going to be the Two of Cups. Moving next, that will be the Five of Cups, followed by the Knight of Wands. Afterwards, what we have, that is going to be the Page of Pentacles. And the last one that we do have for you, that will be the Seven of Wands. Oof, that will be a complicated one. That will be a complicated one, and for what it seems, throughout the week, you will have to cope with somewhat of imperfections. And those imperfections should be related about relationships. I do think that we are talking about intimate relationships, but it could be also partnerships of any kind, because in a general term, the Two of Cups, it's about unity, unification of two people. So starting up the week with the Two of Cups, as you can see, two people reaching toward one another. That should be what happens to you here, and does. Through the unification with the people around you, you are going to start experiencing more peace in terms of friendships, in terms of relationships with co-workers as well. For with the Two of Cups energy, there isn't any pride, there isn't any, how can I say, any shyness as well. But in generally, the cooperation in between you and those around you are in a very good terms. Now, of course, not every single Pisces is going to have a suitor at that particular point, but don't you worry, because should you be single in a general term, the Two of Cups, it's a card signifying that love is about to come. It's actually knocking on your door. And it is up to you to reach out and open it, because as I said, with the Two of Cups, two people are reaching toward one another. The other person cannot walk your path toward them, nor you can walk their path toward them as well. You have to meet somewhere at the middle, so everybody needs to do their part. And I'm talking about societies, I'm talking about people as well. But long story short, here at the start of the week, you should start experiencing a peacefulness and how can I say, comfort into relationships with people, and most likely finding somebody lovely, or somebody you know will start becoming lovely. And moving on next here, after you start experiencing these lovely circumstances, I would say the Five of Cups kicks in. And Five of Cups, it's a card talking about that it's about a realization that things are not fairy tales, right? There are imperfections, like I said. There are some aspects of your relationships that are not exactly of your liking, and that will cause some kind of a disappointment to you, primarily being affected by the expectations, or the moment where you do realize that some of your expectations just cannot happen. And that's, like I said, could provoke a moment of disappointment. Even it could provoke as well a sense of loss, that you are losing these unfoldments, as your expectations cannot become as you expecting them. But also the Five of Cups, it's a card stating that the disappointment or the loss are going to be temporary, are going to be partial, and thus there is no need for you to abandon the path that you are walking right now, a path to how did I said it beforehand, a peaceful interaction, I would say, or harmonious interaction, a calm and lovely interactions with others. That is because this person steps in, and it could be somebody you know, the very one that you are trying to make the path all right, or to reach out, and they're reaching out to you. Or it could be somebody brand new, but I do think that it is the one that shows up here that is either ready to it's ready to make unity with you, with no pride, with no shyness out there. And the Knights of Wands, these people are very youthful in spirit, quite enterprising as well, people determined to accomplish the things that they have signed up for what they have signed up for. It's of their interest. It's just they're finding it interesting. And it's also, these are people who are not shy to lend a helping hand. So what happens with the Knights of Wands, it is that this is what takes place. So, or at least how I see it. So, you know, you do have a really good time with this person, but at some point you do realize that not everything is perfect, you know, and that some things you want to do with them or you want to be with them cannot happen, and you do share these thoughts, these very disappointing thoughts with this person. They say, okay, so wait a minute, I mean, yeah, they may not happen, but there are other options available that we can explore, and eventually, you know, we're gonna find our thing. For the Knights of Wands, they always seek a way. If one thing doesn't work out, they try immediately another, then after that another thing. These are people with huge impulse to resolve, to pretty much find a way to make the things happen. And you just need to take the lead, or rather like to follow the lead, I'm sorry, here, and just follow their guide. And once they do find a way, they will stick with it until you know, their interest dissolve. And it is your job, or rather like your part of the deal, is not to resolve but to maintain their interest in you. And together, for what it seems, as we do have the Page of Pentacles after that, together you are going to devote to one another big time, because the Page of Pentacles in those cases shows that you both are gonna find a big value into one another, and as well into the relationship. Regardless what nature that relationship is, business partnership or romantic relationship, or maybe both as well. So you're going to find a big value into that relationship. And with the Page of Pentacles, the deep contentment toward one another, it's very common, where you just become more and more attached to a point where it's just neither of you will be able to imagine the life without having the other as a part of that life. And the Page of Pentacles, it's a very common card when a friendship really upgrades into a relationship. So like I said, it's very possible that this interaction may happen as a common co-worker relationship. You're working on the same project, you know, or just a common friendship, and that friendship at some point kind of like upgrades itself and becomes more with a more of a romantic shade that we do have here. Regardless of it, at the end of the week we do have the Seven of Wands, and that is the evil tongues, if I may say it that way. That is the moment where not just only you see how big of a value you do have having this person being interested in you, but that value will be will be seen from the rest, from those that are around you, and they will want that value for themselves. And so you have to be very firm at the end of the week. And the thing with the Seven of Wands, it is how it kind of usually works out with this card. It is that somebody shows up and starts spreading fallacies, starts spreading assumptions, starts spreading rumors, gossips around, and they don't see much of a threat at the start, but they do snowball very, very quickly. Something like one lie said 1,000 times, it becomes a truth at the end. And in our country, we say, once that lies becomes a truth, go and convince that you don't have a daughter. All right, it's impossible. But what you need to know here is that you need to resist a temptation, if that's the case, because somebody may see value in you and wants you for them detaching you from this person, or somebody may see a value into this person. In either case, you have to resist some kind of a influence, either tempting you or addressing the influence that it is tempting the person that you're going to side with throughout the week, and intercept those rumors and gossips straight away as they show up. Do not ignore them. So at the end of the week, you will have to fight for what you have, and at this moment it will be imperative, Pisces, that you do show readiness to jump into action, because on a bright side, your sense of knowing what to do, when and where to do it, is going to be very, very sharp. And if you call it intuition, then let it be intuition. But as soon as you do sense that you got to do something, you got to do something, and you will know what you got to do. So with that being said, this was your weekly general tarot reading, May 10th up until May 16th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.